Alright folks, hello and welcome back to Let's Play World of Tanks. Oh yeah. Sorry if my last couple of Minecraft videos were kind of quiet. For some unknown reason, Windows just felt like turning my microphone down levels to like 50. Out of the blue. It's always been at 100 with a 10 dB boost, and it turned itself down to 50 magically. So, those are sort of quiet. I apologize. Second, no asking for goddamned videos, okay? Capiche? Rule. No asking for videos or updates. If you do it, screw yourself. Okay, so here we have the 34, and then here we have the 3485, the much nicer version. Anyways, what I was saying about this thing is, let's see, I was talking to somebody about it, but basically the path for this gun for this tank sort of goes like so. You get the 85mm first, then you get yourself the treads and the engine, so it'll actually move around the battlefield, because this 85mm is actually quite nice. Then you get yourself the turret and the second 85. Why not the D10? I mean, obviously the D10 seems to be better. It does more damage. It penetrates more armor. But to be honest, with 144mm of penetration, plus minus the 30%, you will still be able to penetrate between 101 and 187mm of armor. No matter what angle you get that from, you will pretty much be able to penetrate any heavy. I'm not guaranteeing penetration, but I'm saying you can hit quite a lot of things in the face and be able to go right through them. And at the same time, it fires a lot faster. It fires 11.79, so basically 12 rounds per second versus the 7. And on mine, I actually have the rammer and the stabilizing mechanism, which means that when I aim, the little things close in 10% faster, and it reloads 10% faster, I do believe it is. Yeah, 10% faster. So there's that. Two quite useful upgrades. I don't think I'm gonna get anything else. As you can see, my crew's basically all 100%. Most of them are doing pretty well with their skills. The skills that I chose for this tank would be 2 repair, 1 firefighting, and 1 camouflage, if I remember that correctly. No, actually, I got 2 camouflage, 1 repair. One camouflage, 1 firefighting, and 2 repair. No, 2 camouflage, 1 firefighting, 1 repair. Yeah, all right. I managed to confuse myself. I'm happy, proud. So yeah, anyways, next we go on to the KV, the latest and the greatest. I don't think I've shown you much of this tank. With this tank, the path that you go to is the treads. Then you get the first engine, and then instead of getting the second engine, you go right ahead and you get yourself this gun. Now, the interesting thing about this gun is that it's actually unlockable from the 3485, so go ahead and unlock that. And with that gun, you're basically going to be grinding until... That's going to be your gun until you can unlock that and that. And as you can see, I'm very close. About 1,000 XP off, so I'm hoping to get to that in this session. Also, quite a tricky little bit of gun to use, but a lot better than anything else you can use at this point in time. And then after I get that, I'll equip the turret and the gun, and I'll go and research my way down to this engine. Because you need this engine to unlock the KV-3. Next tank, 21,000. Not that bad. Not that bad at all. So yeah, this is actually my lowest tier tank right now. Not counting this. This isn't a tank. It's a self-propelled artillery, whatever. I unlocked this. Haven't really played it. Haven't gotten the second gun for it or anything. I've finished experimenting with artillery, to be honest. This is the Leo, the tried and true warrior. Now this is a Panzer III. I sadly don't have the turret. I want this turret, because with that turret, this tank actually manages to look good. Anyways, this is the way the Panzer IV should have been. Alright, it's got nice sloped front armor, sloped side armor, some proper exhaust in the rear. It still continues the German tradition of having hatches, I don't know, let's say everywhere that we can fit a goddamn hatch, because that's what Germans like to do. But yeah. And then we have the PZ4, ugly ass motherfucker. It's got this nice little soda can back here with a catalytic converter, saving the planet. and then it's just got a flat nose like it just crashed into something, and absolutely no armor anywhere but the sides. Look at this, look at this, look at this. 80mm front, 30 sides, 20 rear. Meanwhile, this thing is 80 front, 60 sides, 30 rear. I mean, 80-60 is properly good armor, okay? The T-34 has 45, basically. 3485 has 45mm all around, and you know what? I will tell you, especially with the slope, this armor is actually quite good. I mean, I do feel squishy sometimes, but I never feel particularly squishy. Also, a cool trick to tell between the two turrets is where the star is. On the original turret, the star's at the front. On the upgraded one, the star's at the back. Why is this important? Well, because it's a lot easier to tell turrets apart than guns. And if you see the guy has a long barrel that looks sort of like this, and he has the star in the back, that means he probably has the upgraded 85. And it's important to know what gun your opponent has when you're getting into a dogfight. 3485, not much of a, not even half as much of a dogfighter as the 34. The 34 is just dogfighting king. I mean, this gun is just godlike. 26 shots per minute. That's like a shot every 2 seconds, basically. That's, especially if you get a rammer on this thing. Oh my god, this thing just spits out bullets left and right. And they're damn good ones too. Anyways, this is the German version of it. 15 shots per minute, penetrates basically as much as the gun on my 3485, and does less damage. If you look at it, look, 144, 165, and this is 130, 130. 140, 135, close enough. So yeah, as you can see, this gun quite powerful, but this turret does not turn. It turns at half the rate that the 34 turret turns. And I mean, this tank does have a nice bit of front armor, but nobody's gonna engage you from the front. Nobody's that stupid. Anyways, that's pretty much where I've gotten. My idea here is to take the PZ4 and unlock the 35,000 experience Hummel, and then go ahead and unlock these two tanks, starting with the 3601. Now with the PZ3, I'm obviously going to unlock the turret and then go for the 3001P. And the H, just not as good as the P. The P is a much nicer tank, so that's what I'm going to be driving. And the 3601H, the pinnacle of German ugliness, but apparently also a very good tank, so I'll be sure to check that out and put you guys into the loop. Anyways, let's play the KV that everyone hates to play as. Also, 2 new maps have been recently introduced, and when you get random matchups, you get matched into those maps, every time. Period. So let's check out, yeah, this map's kind of interesting because, rather than having the normal vertical symmetry where you start out next to your flag, there's actually a diagonal symmetry where you start out with the shortest path to your flag. Makes flag defending a little bit more difficult, and kind of adds a new dynamic to the game. Alright, so now we're in the match, and we get to enjoy the wonderful turret turning speed of the KV. Guess what? This is as good as it gets. Your second turret is even slower than this. And even this can't keep up with a medium tank properly. And right there's the KV-3, the tank that you're aiming after. I've been debating about whether I want to unlock the S51 or not. It is the best artillery piece in the game. However, it's like 140,000 experience that I have to grind out on a KV. I mean, that's just pretty bad. The other thing I want to say is there haven't been that many World of Tanks videos because this game has gotten increasingly popular. On the weekends, the queue times are actually up to like 2-3 minutes per match, and that's just no fun at all. So even now, when it's not like peak times, 13,000 people are playing. If I had logged on at this time about 2 weeks ago, there would be maybe 1,000 people if I was lucky. So really sort of shift my playing schedule over towards the later PM hours. And anyways, there's the KV with the nice little boxy turret on it. That's the KV-2 turret. And I think it may or may not have the nice gun. I don't know. We'll see once it makes this turn. That's our objective in life right now, is to see if it has the gun. Oh, you tease. You're still not turning your side profile to me, are you? And, yep. That thing has, never mind. That thing has the same exact gun that I have on here. That guy is just a complete and utter fool. Because that turret is vastly inferior to this one. For pretty much anything except for putting that top gun, which I mentioned costs $14,000. There's also a 152mm howitzer that you can put in the KV-2 turret, and it shoots exclusively HE shells, and basically, if you like to get your troll face on, that's what you do. Alright, an A-20. Let's see if I can land this. No way in hell. Oh wow. Apparently I hit it in the tank treads and then artillery capped it. So there's the KV. He's going to be shooting at me soon enough. And as you can see, it takes for fucking ever to get this thing to reload. So that's usually why I'm very conservative with my shots with this tank, is because it just takes forever to get one of these to go out. But you can actually one-shot an A-20 with this tank, with this gun. And with the 152mm, you can actually do quite well against some of the heavier tanks out there. Oh, god damn it, he jumped. I thought he was standing still. But yeah, somebody criticized me for using auto-aim recently. That's why I do it. Between my 190 to 200 millisecond ping, jumping tanks like that, and just generally them moving, becomes quite difficult to actually hit anything. So I'm just going to be turning towards this guy right now. Why? Because I want to present my front armor to him. It is actually slightly better than all my other sides. So yeah, he has the nice cannon. He's going to take me out in a couple hits. But yeah, I'm going to try and make it, yeah, see, one hit. He just one-shotted me basically. And that's the beauty of the cannon, that's why I want to get it. Anyways, let's see, we're gonna exit this, and, what else am I gonna fail at on video next? It's actually really funny. I always play this game better when I'm not commentating, mostly because I think more about the game and less about what I'm gonna say. Let's play some more PZ4 and show off exactly how awful I am at it. And here's this map again, as I mentioned previously. It's a new one, and they really like you to play it. The matchmaker sticks me into this map and the other new map like 4 out of 5 times. I basically don't get to play the classic maps that I actually know anymore. So I don't know these maps at all. That's why I was following that other guy last map. And there's the PZ4 with the original turret and the snub nose from the PZ3. Completely useless tank. In that case, because, well, the PZ3 is better at everything. Except for having this giant ass gun that's basically a tier 6 weapon. That's as good as the one on... yeah, this gun is basically as good as the one on my 3485. It gets about the same penetration, maybe a little less, does a little less damage, but fires more frequently. Noticeably more frequently. So, you could say that this tank has a very nice gun, and I would agree with you. However, this tank is exactly as slow as the 3485 and is not as well armored, does not